Yo dudes, what's up? This is PlanetKeef, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do another product review. I've got yet another new toy. I'm going to do an unboxing and have a first play with a Plunge router. So I've always wanted a Plunge router, but never actually got round to getting one. And I don't know why, because I know what they can do, I know what they're capable of, and they're marvellous things. And you know, if you read anything about Plunge routers, anybody who's got one or used one, they say once you start using it, you'll wonder how you lived without it, and you know, you'll start collecting them. So, well, we'll see. But you know, just one to start with is well, that's where you got to start, isn't it? So let's see what we got. It's a Triton JOF001 1010 watt compact precision plunge router. Woo! And it's orange and black. I think these are my new colours. Everything has to be orange and black now. So yeah, well, first of all, 10,010 watts. No, 1010 watts is a bit weird. I actually thought I was getting a more powerful one, 1200 or 1500, but I must have just you know, when it came to the point of pressing the add to basket button, I just noticed the £30 price difference and went for the cheaper one. This was, full disclosure, I bought this with my own money. It was about £120 from Screwfix, or maybe 130. But anyway, it's by no means the cheapest thing on the market, but not the most expensive either. So it's kind of mid-range price-wise. But it's got extremely good reviews, so you know, should be okay. Easy setup, versatile, precision. These are all things we like, and that thing there, 3-year guarantee. Okay. Oh, lots of small stuff. Safety switch, shutter, locks closed in bit change mode to prevent router being switched on. Cool. Micro winder enables continuous fine depth adjustment through the full plunge range. Cool, cool. Single wrench bit change through the base is achieved with the automatic spindle lock. Yeah. Electronic speed control enables a fine finish on all materials. Yeah, that's all good stuff. Especially the bit where, you know, you can mount it upside down on a table, because I'm going to do that. Yeah. Technical specification, yes, it's there. And a lot more stuff in many languages. 1/2 inch, 12mm and 6mm collets. So the 1/2 inch I wanted because it lets you use the biggest bits that are available, and you know, I might want to do that. Right, I'd be lying if I said I've never opened this box before. I have opened it, because you do. But I couldn't get everything back in. So that there is some kind of fence, I think. And in here we've got a lump of this horrible beady polystyrene stuff. So we've got a wrench, we've got the 3 collets, and we've got that, which is a winding handle of some description. I hate this stuff, I really do. Okay, and inside is your actual router. Which is heavy, and you know, I think that's a good thing. The instruction book, which I'm definitely going to need, and this, which is a sort of extension to the base that has something to do with the fence thing arrangement as well, I think. Okay, 1.2 note, it doesn't come with any bits, so you need to buy some. So I bought this this pack of 6 1/2 inch bits made by Trend, and I think I paid 20 or 30 pounds for them. So, you know, hopefully that's the right kind of price range. Yeah, I've seen individual bits go for, well, you know, around about £20 or more. So yeah, anyway, so what have I got? I've got no I'm not reviewing this one. I just want to check which collet is right. Obviously that's the 6mm, 12mm, or is it 10? And that's the 1/2 inch, that fits. So these can go back in their little plastic bags, never to be seen again. Yeah, one little criticism, it would be helpful if the size was marked on these, but it isn't. Right, so I've been reading through the instruction manual. I have one criticism. The type in this, it's probably about 6 or 7 point type. It's ridiculously small. I know you've got like 1,000 languages in this little book, but think about it, you know. We don't all have 20/20 vision. So first thing to do, fit a collet. Oh well, I'll just show you a few things. The on-off switch has a lockable cover to prevent you from accidentally turning it on. The power cord, the plug, it has the biggest plug I've ever seen in my life. And a surprising thing, this is locked down in the you know, the plunge down position. So this lever releases it. Yay! But then it's pretty hard to press it down. Maybe I'm a wimp. Maybe it'll get easier with use. That is tough. Anyway, so lock it down, not plugged in, and turn it upside down. And the collet threads onto there clockwise. Okay, and tighten a bit with the spanner. Another criticism, that spanner has got a bit of a burr on the edges, a little bit sharp. You could cut yourself on that, so I might take a bit of wet and dry to that. I stopped filming at that point because there was a problem. I was sure I could resolve it, but as it happened, I couldn't. I had broken the machine. Yes. Basically what happened was the collet was stuck in the chuck. I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get any bits in. It was buggered. So here's what happened next. So it's been a frustrating few days, almost a week in fact, with the Triton router because, well, it turns out I've broken it and I needed to get it fixed or replaced. In fact, I haven't broken the router, but I had broken the collet, I think. So on Saturday morning I called Screwfix helpline. I bought it from Screwfix, who are a marvellous company. Basically they said, can't do anything about it, don't know anything about that. Take it back to the store, they might have a guru who knows what a router is and how to fix this problem. And she also suggested I might want to get in touch directly with Triton. So I went on the website and the only way to do it really was to send an email. So I sent that and got the auto reply. It said we'll respond to it within 2 working days. So yeah, Tuesday, so no. So on Sunday morning I did that, and they didn't have a guru on duty, but they did have a very helpful chap who said, well, we'll just have to do a refund. Now, I hadn't taken the whole kit, I'd just taken the actual router and the broken collet. And I said, I can go back and get the box and all the other bits if you want. And he says, no need, we'll just swap out, you know, the bits you need from the bits you don't need. So midday Monday I got a text from Screwfix saying the replacement was ready, and I went along. So it's only like less than a mile away probably. They dug it out and then I had a little bit, not a meltdown, but I was like, are you sure that's the 1/2-inch collet, not the 12mm one? And she says, hang on. And evaporated and came back a few minutes later and said, he won't be long. I said, who? She says, manager. Anyway, so manager turned up eventually, and yeah, he says, you know, I pointed out my gripe that they don't indicate on the product what size it is, which is, you know, a fairly major failing in my book, but, you know, just because I'm having this issue. And he says, I tell you what, you pay me to make decisions, I'll do this. And he went and got the other 2 collets, just in case, which has destroyed the sort of, you know, value of that package. And, you know, I do hate having to take stuff back when I know there's going to be a fix. There is, really. And it'll probably turn out to be quite simple, but nobody knows what it is. So, anyway, when I got home, there was an email from Triton saying, customer services saying, haven't a clue, I'll pass it on to our technical team, expect a reply within 2 days. And then an hour later, I got a reply from technical team, and he says, I don't know, I'll pass it on to the engineer, expect a reply within 2 days. And he'd also thanked me for my patience, and I explained that my patience ran out on Sunday, and it's sorted. But if you do find a fix, please tell me what it is. And in the meantime, here's a few items that you might want to feed back to your management, because they irritate me, because I am, you know, complete beginner with routers. It's all Greek to me, and their documentation is laughable. I haven't seen anything this bad since the 80s. Black and white, slightly out of focus photos that don't really indicate anything, that are referred to later in the text, which is in, you know, 6 or 7 point type, and I can barely read, and a list of parts which are itemised in the language section that you need and labelled, but then referred to by different names in the body of the text. So it's bloody frustrating. Triton, you must do better than this. You make a great product. I know this is a great product, but this, not impressed. Now I'm going to fit it around a bit, now that I know how to do that. So just slide it in, and most router users say, and then, you know, push it in firmly all the way, and that allows for expansion when the bit gets hot, which it will do. Then you want to tighten up the nut. So the way I broke it, for your information, I actually tightened up the nut first before, when there was no router bit in it, and that's what caused the problem. Now there's another problem here, because I've got everything locked down, and the spindle is supposed to lock automatically, and it isn't. There is a button on the side here that locks it, but it's meant to be automatic. It needs to be locked so that when you turn it, you're not turning the spindle. And then just tighten up the nut, and then just tighten up the nut a little bit, and then your router bit is securely in place. Now we need to kind of zero it, so we unlock the plunge locking thing, and we're unplugged. Don't don't ever do anything like this while it's plugged in. So whack it down until the bit has hit the deck and lock it. And now we get to another very confusing bit for me, which is setting the height of the plunge that you want, because well, there's this control up here which is called the turret, I think, and then there's two little things down here which let you preset two different depths. So that rod is spring loaded and it sits on that preset collar, but if you twist this thing, you can then have it sitting on a different height preset collar, which is absolutely magic. And imagine that you would want to do that at some point. And yeah, but right, so I don't actually know which one I want. Now, I could be charitable and say it's a bit fiddly. I think this is a bit of a disaster, because when I twiddle the fine adjustment bit thing, nothing happens because it's locked down. So then I have to kind of unlock it and then relock it to see what effect my little twiddles have had. And also, you know, I want the top of this bit profile to be level with the hole where the bit sticks through. Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing. That's mostly the problem. But, you know, when I twiddle it, it doesn't move because it's locked down. Frustrating. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get lots of router experts making comments and telling me what I'm doing wrong, and I can't wait for that, really. Right, I've given up on trying to work out the preset stops for the moment, because I just want to route some wood. So you can use the free plunge method, where you just basically eyeball it, so, and then lock it in position. So I've done that. Now I think it would be a good idea to plug it in. And with routers, the bit goes clockwise, and there's normally arrows marked on the base plate to indicate that, and you push the router along with the material on the left, basically. Look at that beauty. Cool. That really works. I don't know why I'm surprised, but you know, I've had a lot of grief with this. Yeah, so cool. One point to note is that I didn't use the fence on this, because that bit is similar to this one. It's got a sort of roller bearing guide, which, you know, rolls along the edge of the workpiece, and that's all you need. You just push the router up against that, and yeah, well impressed. Right, a couple of weeks have gone by, and to be honest, I've been a bit scared of playing with this, which is a shame, because I now need to use it seriously. Ha! So yeah, I'm still a bit clueless about how you set the plunge depth, although I did manage to do something useful with it. I made this little rack to hang all my aprons on, and I've done this nice OG routing down the sides, but not the edges, because that's just a step too far. So yeah, what I'd hope to do is use all my different bits and produce a piece that would demonstrate what each of them does. That is way beyond my capabilities at the moment, so we'll have to skip that. But this little Triton router, apparently it is little, I don't know, never had one before. It seems to be a brilliant piece of kit. I mean, it's, you know, it's really sturdy, it's really kind of well thought out, but let down by dreadful documentation, really. If anybody watching knows how you actually set the plunge depth on this, please leave a comment and let me know, because I don't know. Anyway, my next challenge, I'm going to build a router table to house this thing, so that might be even more difficult, or it might be easier, I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, that's your lot. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it a like, share, subscribe to PlanetKeef and all of that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.